So we just passed the 2-year anniversary of the death of Victory Motorcycles. That is, 2 years ago they shut down Victory Motorcycles. That is, Polaris did. And over the course of the last couple of years, I have gotten several questions either in the comments of my video that I did on the topic or through email, whether or not I would suggest buying a Victory motorcycle. So I thought that after 2 years, maybe it's time to answer that question in the form of a video. Now, if you want just one answer to this question, well, it's going to be, it depends. Right? I know that's kind of wishy-washy, but it's the truth. Right? And what I want to do here is I'm going to be blatantly honest with you. Because if you ask me whether Victory motorcycles are a good motorcycle, then I'm going to say unequivocally yes. Right? If you buy one, whether it's now or you still have one, they were great motorcycles for 18 years that they were produced, and they continue to be great motorcycles. I have my Victory Vision. It is almost 10 years old now, and it runs great, and I'm going to keep it for a little while longer. How much longer? I don't know. We'll see, but at least for another season or two. Over the course of those 10 years or so, my Victory has been extremely good to me, right? It has been a great riding bike. I have had no trouble with it whatsoever. Now, do some people have some trouble now and then? Sure, right? There are bikes that have more trouble than others. I have some friends who have had bikes that seem to have electrical gremlins that they just can't get rid of. But by and large, the majority of the bikes have been very solid and have had no mechanical problems whatsoever. Another good reason to pick up a Victory right now is because you can get them pretty cheaply, right? There are a lot of good prices out there, right? My bike, for example, if I wanted to go trade it in right now, I would get about $4 grand for it on trade-in, and a good retail price is probably somewhere in the $600 to $6,500 range, right? So again, that's a pretty good price, even for a bike that has 60,000 miles on it, because these bikes will go easily over 100,000, and they're many with 200,000 miles on these engines, with nothing more than routine maintenance. So with that said, right, even though you can get a good price on it, you have to realize you're not going to get anything for resale or trade-in value on these things. You should be buying these to hold on to them and to keep them for a long period of time, and again, just really enjoy them. Because again, you're not going to get a good trade-in value on it. So if you're expecting that, just don't do it. Don't even try. So now the reason not to buy a Victory, well, that would be because there's not a lot of accessories available for them right now, right? There's virtually no of the OEM accessories that are available. Most of them have been purchased. I've seen a few here and there, but again, most of them you're not going to be able to find, right? There are a few aftermarket dealers or retailers who do sell them. Witch Doctors is one of them, and then there's somewhere called Cyclops that is down in Florida, and they do sell some aftermarket stuff for them. However, I've noticed that the prices on all this stuff has gone up a little bit because, again, there is not a whole lot available. My friend, for example, is considering trading in his cross country for a new Vision that he can pick up for, I think it has like 20,000 miles on it, and he can trade in his cross country plus another 3,500 bucks and get a almost brand new Vision. So he's thinking about doing that. However, he's finding that, again, there's not a ton of accessories available out there, and he really likes to accessorize his bike. So again, that's a reason that you wouldn't want to buy it, right? Again, because you're not going to be able to find a lot. However, if you don't care about that stuff, then again, a Victory is still a very good value. Now, one thing that really just depends upon your comfort level and your needs is whether or not you can do some service on your own bike, or whether you have a dealer available to do that service in your area. because the dealers that do service Victories are becoming fewer and fewer. There are a lot of dealers out there that are Indian dealers who used to also sell Victory, and I would imagine that they will continue to service the Victories for the foreseeable future. Right? However, a lot of the Victory only dealers just got out of it completely, and so you might have little issues in those particular areas where there's no Indian dealers that have taken over that service agreement. So again, that's something to consider, right? If you are out in the middle of nowhere and there's not any dealers around, well, you better be comfortable with doing your own work, right? Or maybe you shouldn't buy the Victory. On the other hand, again, they are very reliable bikes, so the chances of you having issues are probably pretty low, but you may have to travel to find a dealer. So again, that's just up to your comfort level. So I guess that's the bottom line here. What is your comfort level? Can you buy a good bike for a good price? Yes, right? Are you going to find any accessories for it? Well, that's going to be limited, right? Are you going to be able to find a dealer that will work on it? Again, that depends upon where you live and the dealers that are in your area. So these are just all things to think about before you go and purchase a Victory motorcycle. Again, and everybody's comfort level is different. I can tell you that most of the people in my club haven't gotten rid of them. We're going to continue to ride them as long as they keep going. But we have a dealer here in the area. In fact, we have a couple of them that is going to continue to service the bikes into the foreseeable future, probably longer than we're going to have them. The problem, though, is trade-in values on them. Again, I can't expect to get much of a trade-in value on mine. I got a high mileage, 10-year-old bike. You know, what am I going to do? I probably wouldn't have got much trade-in value on it anyway, right? But I don't care, right? When I bought this bike, I planned on riding it basically until it fell apart, and I figured I was going to have to pay somebody to haul it away to the junkyard, that I wouldn't get anything for it. And that's turning out to be pretty much true. So again, it's up to you. It's completely your decision. Now, I guess I should be honest here before I quit, and I should say, am I going to purchase another Victory when I'm ready to get rid of this one? And the answer is no, right? And it's because of those things that I just talked about. I mean, I have one already, so as long as it keeps running, then I will keep it. But at some point, either I am going to want to buy a new motorcycle, or this one is going to get too expensive for me to maintain. So when I do that, I'm not going to another Victory, even if I can find one that's low maintenance. Just doesn't make sense for me to do that. I might as well just keep this running. So again, when I'm ready to move, well, I'm going to find something else. All right, gang, think that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what we're doing here, please click that bell and subscribe. And also, you can consider becoming a Patreon or buying a t-shirt or my ebook. And you can find links to do all of that in the description of this video or on my website at livingofftheslab.com. All right, guys, thanks, and have a great one. We'll see you on the road.